For the first question, the user enters a course number, and then using the different dictionaries that has the room numbers and the instructors and the meeting times depending on the course numbers. It checks if the course exists in those dictionaries, and if it does, it prints out the room number, instructor, and meeting time. And then if it doesn't, it prints a error code that says, sorry, the course does not exist. And then I entered a random one, and it doesn't exist. And then for the second one, for the first program, this is the dictionary that maps out all the characters and the encrypted codes. And then it defines that file. And then asks the user for a file name for the file to encrypt, and then the output file. And then it encrypts each character that the user puts in, and then leaves the characters unchanged if it's not in the dictionary. And then if it exists, it writes the encrypted text to the output file, and then run the function. And I kept entering random ones, and obviously those files don't exist, so I got an error that the file wasn't found. Same thing with program 2. It's the same dictionary from the last one. And then defining that, it reverses it. And then asks the user to enter the name of the encrypted file. And same thing as last time, it decrypts each character, so puts them in reverse, and then leaves it unchanged if it's not coded. And then run that function. I did the same one, and it doesn't exist still, so another error. And then for word frequency, it reads the context of a text file and counts how many times each word appears. So it asks for a file name first, converts everything to lowercase so it's seen as the same word so that doesn't mess up. And then replace punctuation with spaces, split into words, and then count each word. And then define that, ask the user for a file input, build a dictionary, ask to output the results, and then basically just if it doesn't exist, it does an error thing. And then I tried to use the Romeo and Juliet text from a previous assignment, but it didn't work. So, and then for the World Series winners, define the main function, the file that contains the winners, the one from the past assignment. Build that dictionary, and then it's from 1903 to 2009. It reads each line in the file and assigns a year to it. And then, of course, if you enter one that's not in the dictionary, it prints these. And then asks the user for a year, and then get the winner for that year. And then if it's not, then it prints the World Series was not played in that year. And then if it is, it gives you all the information. And then it wouldn't load this text file for me again. And then I tried to go to the Pearson thing from the book, and that wouldn't let me do that either, so. And then the last one, the Blackjack Simulator. It builds a deck of cards by itself. So that's all that information. And then it's stored as the rank and then the suite. So then it assigns the blackjack values. This one is 2 through 10. And then the ace equals 11 unless that would bust, then ace equals 1. And then compute the value of the hand, print the hand nicely. and then it plays until it's empty, deals cards to both players, evaluates it, and then check for bust conditions, and then run, and it does it all by itself.